The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And incomplete to open things up.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This one caught by Isabella. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to find another down.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and now it's 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Come on, fellas. Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
On second down and 4, Mayfield flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
Let's go. Watch the screen. 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 King.
Mayfield on third and 2. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Spot. No. Point it right. Mike 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, alert. Hey. We own them.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. Here's Mayfield. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Willie Henry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play it.
And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation.
The Ravens take over first and
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here we go. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Come on, man.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Got four down. 58, boy, 58. Mike, I got you.
From the gun, Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at about the 28. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
From the 36, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much big. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, high 7. Hurry.
On third down, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. This is taken at the 15. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to let this one go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Mayfield now. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another reward for him winning this game. But when you look back at last week, and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but also the run after the catch, that's what made it impressive.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, 50. 50's a mile. Hey, 33. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it then. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Ravens.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jackson looking to throw on third. This one complete to Ingram. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a first down following a gain of 3. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 43-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. Flushed out right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Watch the safety creep. No.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Gordon. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. That is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. The Browns drive about to get started. That turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Run. Hey, Alpha.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. Well, that'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield able to find Harris, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so confident.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did. Showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership,